not right now. Good morning. It's the Friday Grief Chat. And as Deb was just saying, let's go live, not go dead. So here we are. Friday Grief Chat with Jill, Zorro.
And Deb and Oscar is down here. Hi, everyone. Wow.
Welcome to Friday. We got here.
We got here. And we forgot with one of our, True Blue listeners and participants. Happy belated birthday, Steve A. We love you.
Absolutely. We
Yeah.
do. And we're looking forward to your bar mitzvah in November.
Oh, I know. I need a date.
Right? Right?
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
it's been a week around here and a week around there and a week around the world and all the things, and we're still here. All week long, my clients keep saying it just feels like it was this time last week, and the time is speeding up, and there's more drama, and I'm still here, and they look sort of mystified. I'm still here, yeah, because not being here is not the option right now.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
yeah.
Not even for this little guy, even though he really can be quite a handful.
Little Zorro.
He is little bitty. We've decided that he, like so many people, makes all the mean noises and sounds like an attack, but of magnificent proportions. And what he really just wants, and what he's trying to say but doesn't know how to say it in a nice way, is, I just want someone to hug me and make it better. And I'm sort of looking at the world through that lens today.
I had a really wonderful, deep conversation with my dear friend Rochelle. And it's okay, I mentioned her first name. And we often come from different angles. Uh, she is more conservative than I am. And that's not a bad thing. That's like Daryl being more grounded than
It's who she is.
it's who she is. And I'm the wild, crazy one. And we had such a great review how we upset each other, either politically or with words I said. And I certainly didn't mean them that way, but that's how it affected her. And I understand that. And the reason why I'm saying this is, and I'm not going to get into all the details, but I genuinely, because I really care and love everything about us, right? It's sort of like an emotional contract inside.
Right.
And when she said these things in a very loving way to me, I said, I am so sorry. And really, I was sorry for my ignorance in the way I was speaking.
Right.
So that's number one. But number two, when she explained her part, I realized some of the ways people speak. And particularly, I have had a problem with when people of different religions say, well, they pride themselves on their religion, number one. So there's more pride than them being gentle or kind. That really irritates me, especially the not kind part. And they purport themselves as good Christians because they belong to this church or this denomination or whatever. That's number one. And the other part that upsets me or has upset me is when they say, well, I'll pray for you. And what I'm hearing in that tone, given different people's history, and I know other people felt like this, but me, it feels like they're saying, you're broken. My prayers will fix you. You are no one. unless you believe exactly like me. And
Mhm.
what my friend really, she goes, you do not know, meaning I do not know, or generally people don't know, if that belief system, however they say it, is the only thing holding them together because they hurt so bad.
Mhm.
And for a moment, Jill, with people that have said that to me, and I've been angry with them, I
Mhm.
a glimmer of compassion that I had not felt before. And it gave me a way of thinking. And I say this to our listening audience because in your spare thinking time of how you think the world is going, maybe not all. No, people's ignorance is people's ignorance.
Right.
But maybe some of the people that upset you with the only kind words, no matter how it comes out, that they know is Jesus loves
Upsetting.
you, if they throw the Bible at you,
Right.
right? Literally throw. It's a movie that had Elliot Page in it
Mhm.
a long time ago, and they were at a Christian camp, and the woman said, "God loves you," and throws the Bible at Elliot. So
Yeah.
I think about uh, I think about where do I need more compassion?
What do we need to find space to give other people space?
Yes, maybe
Mhm.
that's what it's about.
Mhm.
Maybe that's the best we can do.
Yes.
You
Give the
know,
space, hold the space. We've got
or take the
3
space.
years and 4 months, and then then maybe we'll breathe a little differently depending, but right now we need to just breathe and get through this and find the places to be able to provide the support, because in the midst of the political divisions which are causing losses, we have other losses ongoing. We had
We do.
5 police officers ambushed in Pennsylvania
That's right.
this week, and 3 of them didn't survive.
An AR
That
15.
that is a traumatized police department, a traumatized first responder group,
Think about
traumatized
it.
families,
And
and it was an ambush, and it's
it
because
was an
somebody was
ambush.
mad, somebody who should not have had a weapon, and
Right.
I will stand on that soapbox. I will,
Yes. Yes.
because military weapons in the hands of the wrong people, which is anybody who's not in the military or the police department, that's the wrong people.
That's the wrong
It's
people.
just the wrong people. And, think what you want of me for that. That's the wrong people. And that contributes mightily to where we are right now. But there are so many ongoing losses that we need to get through. We lost Paul Newman this week. That man
That's
did
why he was. I
that
didn't
man did
realize that Robert Redford we lost.
Robert Redford, right.
Oh,
He
okay.
and we no, it was Paul Newman. The
Maybe
he isn't he the one who had the salad dressing?
he had the salad dressing. Maybe it's also Robert
I don't know.
Redford. Can you look that up right where
I'm
you
looking
are?
it up.
Because I saw this AI type thing. It was really sweet. Maybe it was Robert Redford being greeted by Paul Newman.
Paul Newman died in '08, so it was Robert Redford too. So we
Yes,
lost
Robert
it's
Redford.
more of the old guard. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the old
And
guard going onward.
yes, and I saw this just beautiful, like their picture of heaven and Paul Newman, because he made movies with him. Uh, Tiffany from Breakfast at Tiffany's, I forget her name, and Audrey Hepburn. I
Audrey
think it was
Hepburn.
Audrey Hepburn, and Robin Williams and Elizabeth Taylor all welcomed Robert Redford because these
Mhm.
are some of the greats, you
Mhm.
know, welcome him into heaven. And it just, I didn't care that it was AI because it just made my heart tingle and made
Right.
me feel good.
Mhm.
So, yeah, it's,
We have all of this still going on in the middle of all of the drama, and I'm sort of at the point of ratcheting down to let's focus on the things we can make a difference in, or where we can
yeah,
be supportive of people directly.
yes.
Um, I work with clients who were at end of life, and we had one of those moments this week in my world. And, I can provide the support that I can provide, and I can be there to walk people where they need, when they need to be walked with.
Hmm.
And I don't need to always take on the world, but I'll always raise my voice when wrong shows up.
You know, I do the same. And I
Mhm.
do, and I raise my energy to
Mhm.
be around people, to send them strength, to that there's someone I know is showing up in court in an hour and
Mhm.
called me ahead of time because of several things, and I surround you with strength. I
Mhm.
Another friend, her body is in chaos. I talk, I be with them and straight. I give them, sometimes you need permission from someone else to
Mhm.
say it's okay to grieve that you can't do what you planned because your body went south,
Body won't
or some,
cooperate.
or there's something,
And
whatever
I
it is. I remember when I was all set, like, to buy that ticket to go to work in Uganda at an AIDS clinic. And I was going with a gay friend of mine, and he called up and he said, I don't know if you've been paying attention. And I mean, I have wanted to do that my whole nursing life, right? And he called up and he said, I can't go with you because in this particular part of Africa, they are killing gay people. And he said,
right.
I've never been one to be quiet. And when I said that to my family, they said, please don't go, because I thought about going by myself. And they said, please don't go. And my daughter said, better disappointed than dead, mom.
Right.
She just said it just like that. And that always stuck. And so I grieved, as silly as it might seem to some, and first world bougie, I grieved not doing a trip that I wanted to do. And I let myself grieve. And then I got to go to Japan. And that got set up in place of, and I have no regrets. It was,
Mhm.
I I still worked hard for HIV AIDS community. I still did that. And so for those of you out there in listening land, if you are grieving the loss of your freedom of speech, if you are grieving the loss of the country the way you knew it, if your fears are coming into place as you see the destruction of your rights slip away, don't be silent, even though freedom of speech, there's lots of ways to talk without talking. You talk
There
with
are.
your vote, you talk with writing your representative, you talk about writing to your governor, you talk about writing to people that understand you, that you appreciate them and their belief system. You say it over and over. That means certain representatives that maybe are not your governor, You can write. You can
You can
still
write to corporations.
you can write your corporations. This friend that came in from out of town, we said all the places we don't shop at anymore,
Hmm.
and they keep giving to money to people that we just can't, their ideologies, not their religions, their ideologies.
We've
Um,
got lots of ways that people need support right now, and lots of people who are grieving
that's right.
what they used to do. There are therapists who are having to change how they write and how they advertise, and there are websites coming down nationwide. And the agencies are still there, but the websites are gone.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
it's word of mouth only, and which is how it was in the initial AIDS crisis. We didn't have the internet. We
Right?
we had virtually none, and so we made do, and people heard from other people who heard from other people, and we are teaching the newest generation how that worked
That's right.
because they're not used to how that worked.
That's right.
But we have that ability, and we can teach them the skills we had. Suddenly, being a
Mm-hmm.
boomer, we have skills.
We have chutzpah.
And yeah, we have chutzpah too. Yes, we could do things in the dark of night and do things in the silence, and provide the support and
So,
provide the space for grief and provide the humor and make grace for ourselves so that we could get through it and take care of ourselves.
things that people take for granted now. I saw a play. My daughter worked on the set design and all the painting. So she doesn't like to act, but she'll bring forth painting. So the name of the play I saw last Saturday with my friend is called Predictor. And Predictor was about the woman who developed and patented the first home pregnancy test.
Oh,
Back
I've
in
seen that. Yes.
the
Hmm.
Have you seen Predictor?
I've heard about it.
Yes, so it's playing in town here. So I went to see it. I'd heard about it. And people in the audience, when my friend, after listening to a soliloquy of a person that gave every reason why women should not be able to take care of their own health care or do the test, and how it would uh, make men angry. So he gave this, 2 minute or 3 minute soliloquy of how women are less than. My friend in the quiet of the theater goes, boo. And many people laughed, maybe some didn't. And from when she sold the patent for $1, because she felt it was more important to get this out there eventually than to ask for more money. It was 10 years. So the patent, it was already developed in 1967, but it didn't hit the markets in this country until 77.
Hmm.
And just think about how long it took to change that one little thing.
Right.
And so that's generations of women being less than,
Hmm.
generations, a
And we've
century of less than in this, well, more
and
since
in many countries.
in many countries.
Hmm.
So when you feel, and it talked about her angst as a human, as a woman, as a woman in the United States. And really, my friend and I were talking about how we identify with a lot of that that's going on now.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
there is always something to do, and
Always.
sitting around and waiting is not a uh, well, it's certainly not a, what do you call it, a great thing inside of me. I don't know about you. I'm like, hurry up, let's wait. Hurry up and wait. Oh, Robert Redford, yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes,
You put
yes,
that up.
Ian.
Uh-huh.
And so,
So I want to
yeah.
send out
So
a shout out
the
to,
reason,
uh-huh. Go ahead.
yo, go ahead.
I wanted to
Yeah.
shout
Oh,
out
so
to Andrew
yeah.
Vitale because he got his book
Oh,
published
there's
this
a new
week.
book out,
Right.
and so does our new guest. She has
Her
a
book
book
is
out,
coming out too.
and
So
we are
we
going
need
to
to,
have her.
maybe you can invite Andrew in my absence or see if you
Yes,
can bring
yes.
him on.
Please come and talk about the book.
I've ordered 2 copies. I'm waiting for it. By the time I leave, I will have it in my hand. So I'm going to look
Good.
at it while I'm gone. And then our minister at church also has a new book out.
What
And
is it? Oh, Words of
Words of
Hope.
Hope, Devotions for Patients and Those Who Love Them. It's a caregivers and patients devotional.
Oh,
It is
wonderful.
Christian based, but it's she's a she did hospice for a long time. So it's not
Oh,
devotions for I want to recover and be all better. There are things in there for folks where we're going other directions. She's also a caregiver herself. So I I would love to also bring her on. But
yes,
we've got lots of people putting wonderful stuff out there in the
yes,
midst of everything where they are creating new conversations and creating new space. And I know Andrew's book is going to be amazing. I get so many things that are materials that are supposed to be activities for grief, and our young staff are always downloading stuff from here or there.
yeah,
And I want to say, stop, wait, you need to look at it. Just because it's printed doesn't make it helpful.
yes. I saw some new things, and for $7 you can be part of this. And I, you know, just yesterday I sort of got scammed with something. You know, you got to watch where those Yelp reviews are, and if you don't do your research first, it's
Yep.
larky. So, and and then you feel bad that you were taken in by someone's
Mm-hmm.
words,
Mm-hmm.
right? And
Right.
there's a sense of loss. What can I do? Well, I'll just have to eat that money right now. That's how it is. And
Right.
it has nothing to do with my credit card and all that stuff. But, you know, there you go.
I'm trying to get a picture of his book.
Yes.
And you want to talk about our guest coming up?
I don't have that information right in front of me. Are you not here this next week?
I am going to be flying to Seattle during our program next week, or sitting at the airport, so that's not convenient.
Yes.
And then I will be floating toward Canada on our next one. So I might come on while we're on board ship
Oh,
and
that's great.
come on from the balcony if I can arrange it.
Oh,
But I will be as
yes.
a guest. This is Andrew's book.
Yes. And what's the name of it? Ways to
Grief
cope with
work
things.
activities, ways to cope when things get rough.
Yes.
Yeah. So we need to have Andrew on because he's part of the
I will ask
International Grief
him
Work.
if he will
Mm-hmm.
come on while you're
Mm-hmm.
gone. That's a great thing. Yep. So I
It'd be
got
nice.
Tammy Isaac. She has a
Mm-hmm.
master's in divinity, and we met her. She was at International Death, Grief, and Bereavement Conference, and she has a new book out, and I'll be talking more about it over the next few weeks. And
Excellent.
Carrie will do some sort of whatever, and I am going to ask uh, Andrew, probably right when we get off here, I will say
Okay.
something.
And I will send you a copy of Kristen's book so that you can look at it and we can
Yes,
have a
please.
conversation with her upon my return.
Yes, yes. That
Yeah.
would be Great.
We have
Um,
so many creative people who do so much wonderful stuff with grief,
mhm.
with loss, with caregiving. And and the more we can all share that with others, right? I did a small group at the senior center yesterday and on grief and loss and aging. And there were only 4 people, but it was intense. And there were again all the losses
Yeah,
and looking for all the places that they can go for resources. Somebody answer Deb's phone. Let's find out who's
I
there.
did. I'm sorry.
No,
Yeah, I
I
set
wanted
his
to know who
phone
was
down.
calling. We could get him on the phone. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, no kidding.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. So sorry. I know it hates when the presenter's phone goes off. That's horrible. I mean, it happens all the time.
It does. I have my phone on. I've learned how to put it on silent for a timed amount of time, but sometimes the timing is off by 1 minute and it starts going off at just the wrong moment. So
Just the
I
wrong moment.
try to be careful with that. Yeah.
You know, I think out of today, I want to say and give permission if that's what you need, talking about things that other people don't talk about are
Mhm.
important.
Mhm.
I think having a discussion of, and I know Jill runs into this too, oh, we don't talk about such things, needs to be
Mhm.
discussed. Why don't we talk about such things? And then once you get to, well, we can talk about them, my job is not to convince you why this point of view or this point of view. My job is to explain myself. And your job is to explain yourself. It is not to have a debate to convince you you're wrong. Lots of times, people, they can only be right if you are wrong. And
Right.
so, talking about what you're not supposed to talk about needs to be talked about. And if you say we don't talk about such things, we don't talk about grief, why can't you just, and then I don't like that term, but why can't you just, as if it's easy, be quiet? Why
Right.
can't you just keep that to yourself? Okay, I got that a lot being called motor mouth. Seriously. And you know, late night comedians talk about what you don't want to
Mhm.
talk about, and people don't like that.
Right. But we're
So,
going to talk about it anyway.
we're going to talk about death, grief, and bereavement. We're going to talk about dead bodies. Oh, I have to tell you
Speaking
one
of,
last thing. Speaking of, so those of you who know me, yes, I'm into woo woo, if that's what you want to call it, and holding crystals and things like that. And what do you feel? Well, many, many, many years ago in nursing school, um, my anatomy physiology teacher had a rock and said, well, here, why don't you feel this? And I said, I can tell it's smooth, but I can also say, I don't know what it's from, but it's like not a river, not like an ocean, not like this, not like that. And then I said, you know, it's been around a long time, but not that long as in terms of like most rocks. And then said a couple other things. And he just looked at me like, because I was already nuts that he would even give me this rock to hold. And it was a really large kidney stone from a cadaver body. So I have had it. He gave it to me. So I've had it. I never, ever, until last night, my friend came over from out of state. And I said, what do you feel? Because she's just like me. And she held it in her gut and she's like, oh, like she had a solar plexus thing. She goes, obviously it's smooth. She goes, it comes from like running water. Obviously, that's obvious. But there's a couple other, it's very light. And I'm not getting where it's from. But she named a type of stone that also means skeleton. And when I said, well, I never let anybody hold this stone before, it's a kidney stone. And I say this because savor your tribe.
Right? When you find
Savor
the people who fit you, keep them close.
when you have
I don't
no,
want to touch a kidney stone, just to be clear.
I will never let you touch that kidney stone. I,
Yes.
it's not even up with my collection, right? It's in another part. Anyway, she savor those moments of connection
Mm-hmm.
because those are the memories you take in when you feel disconnected. Savor connection, whatever that means to you. It might be of your political party. Savor those connections that you have, wherever, whatever you believe. I'm not here to change your belief. I'm here to speak up about mine
Right. And to support yours.
and support.
And
And
to get through this next while and to get through and
right,
please be careful when you're out and about. We got COVID out again.
yeah,
I am wearing my mask in public again because I'm
yes.
getting on that ship. No way am I not getting on that ship.
When we get off, I'm going to tell you one more word of advice because in public health, I used to do, uh, it was called the morbidity reports from cruise ships. I'll tell you afterwards. So,
Excellent.
and anyway, I know it's time to sign off. I hope today for everybody, they got something out of speaking your truth. Have speak up. And if you
Speak
can't
up, take
speak
care
up,
of yourself, take care of those around you.
take care of those around you. Savor those moments with friends.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. I will see everybody after 2 weeks, maybe after 1 week from the cruise ship. Otherwise, after I return from Alaska.
I,
Deb, take it and run with it. Bye,
I
everybody.
Bye, everyone.